Hi, good afternoon. I'm Dr. Heather Stone. I am from the Education Department, but I'm also an oral historian. And I want to tell you about Ile de Jean Charles. And land loss in Louisiana. So the red is from 1932 to 2000. All that land has been lost, and we're still at a rate of a football field an hour, if that hits home near you. So this is Island Road, and Ile de Jean Charles is up there. It's the home of the Biloxi Chitimacha Choctaw tribe, their ancestral home, and they are known as the first climate refugees of the lower 48 United States. The next few slides are going to walk you through what's happened over the last 50 years on Ile de Jean Charles. And you can see that what once was lush, every 5 seconds, yeah. What once was lush, green, well, can't see green, it's black and white. This just leave there, it's fine. What went from 1963 to 2016, you see that they don't have any extra land left. In some places, the island is only 800 feet wide. So land loss is an issue that you can use in education to teach students about sustainability, but you can also teach about the wildlife. You can talk about the levees, the ring levee that surrounds the island. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What about the dredging that the oil companies come in and do when they're creating their wells? And what I think about Ile de Jean is it's Louisiana. Students can relate. They can understand they have to get to school too. They can understand when a school bus can't get there because that island road is surrounded by water. Or they understand that the kids there get crawfish boils and run around in the backyard. So I don't just want to tell this story with students through pictures, but I want to tell the oral histories as well. Through the chief, who's been working for 30 years to sustain his community, and now that he knows within 50 years, or the next storm, it's going to be gone, I want to tell his story. I want him to tell his story. Chantel, who's getting an extra certification to be able to archive her tribe's history. Or Mr. Edison, who goes shrimping out of the back of his house and dries those shrimp and says they're good in gumbo or jambalaya or anything else. And then you've got Boyo and his dad Wenceslas, who is the oldest tribe member, and probably the oldest man on the island. And them talking about how the island has changed during their time there. They were both Wenceslas was a shipbuilder, and his son also worked on ships and now works at a shipyard. How they see the land is changing. And this gives a face to a story which students can understand what helps the education. So here comes the virtual part. So I have already started a project with Dr. Chambers and Dr. Ritter. And so there you can see what it would look like if you walked into a classroom, the students were using it, and then here's the same kind of image. You've got, this is Dr. Chambers' project. And so when you're in the glasses and you at the energy center, you can see, but they built the model. So instead, we're going to take it a step further. We're going to do 3D video imaging. So you're going to feel like you're on the island walking down the road. The students are going to be able to walk around the wildlife and hear it and see it around them. They're going to talk to Boyo, well, they not interactive. They're going to be able to listen to Boyo about what it was like to grow up on the island while they look around and see the island. They may see some castanets being thrown, or they may hear a plane and hear from the pilot who's been going over the island for the last 50 years. Or they could go down to a different area on the island where they can see the water. They may talk to Mr. Milton, who has 3 sons and they all work in the oil industry and what that means for them and their family. They may talk to or listen to someone talk about what can be planted on the island. No longer root vegetables can be planted. It has to be things that grow above ground because of all the chemicals in the ground. So I want the chief and his people to be able to tell their stories. I want the student teacher candidates to be able to collect some of the stories, but their point is to be able to collect the stories, or once they're collected, to combine them together into pieces and then align them with science and social studies standards, because if we don't align them with standards, teachers won't use them, and we know that. I think the fact that students, it's authentic learning, the students are going to understand this, and the fact that it's engaging, virtual reality, the students are going to be there. And I want to keep this place alive in the way that I can help. So thank you.
Thank you.